What up? It's your boy. AnimeReactions here. Finally reacting to something. I know I've been doing like trailer reactions and all for last month, 2 months maybe. But this time, I'm actually gonna be reacting to something. I know, crazy, right? A reactor actually reacting to something that's on the long term instead of the short term. In terms of like, you know, just trailers. I still gotta react to the Xenozone Zero character trailer teasers, and there's another one I forgot about. But today, we're gonna be reacting to Frieren episode 5. Now, how long has it been since I reacted to Frieren? It's been almost exactly a year. When it's May, it'll be exactly a year, but yeah, it's been almost exactly a year since I watched Frieren. Yeah, today I'm gonna be continuing Frieren. I'm gonna be doing a whole marathon, aka me spending an hour of my morning watching mainly Frieren, and then like when I'm done with that, I'll move on to a new show, and then, you know, I can actually like mix and match, you know, that way, like, you know, because actually how long? 28, was it 28 episodes? I don't remember. And then season 1 is done and it's complete. I'm kind of basically caught up at that point. But yeah. Enough speaking, enough talking. Let's get into this reaction. Isn't that... Yeah, I thought so. It is the play state. I remember that detail. They're gonna go to somewhere on the other side of the planet somewhere? I don't really remember. Oh, right. They're all her old comrades, right? That's the one detail I didn't really remember. I also remember that Heter? No, that's the other guy. This guy has a student somewhere. You spoke about him in the last episode. A 10-year adventure? Isn't that like 1 year for Frieren? I don't know. So the journey is finally starting. Like I said a year ago. Another flashback. Or else, at least I think it's a flashback. That would be an understandable thing. Wanting to see someone else again. Very, very understandable response. That was quite the nice flashback. At least for me. Because it's been a year since I see Frieren. 28 years after? Wow. Isn't like Earn like a high schooler now, right now? Honestly, I don't know. I didn't really keep up with like the time gap that much. Abduction? Interesting. Not really none of our concern at the moment. Yeah, understandable. Yeah, teacher helps student. Makes sense. Let's go find the victims, I guess. What do you mean by that? Magic? I wouldn't be able to see that, not gonna lie. Illusion. Oh, illusions of the dead. That is the episode. So it's a new monster we're being introduced to. Hopefully it's a pretty cool monster, not just like a very lackluster one. Yeah, they're not very, I guess, yeah, Frieren says that they're not very scary to mages, but Fern's a human, so illusions could still affect her, possibly. I'm assuming this is the illusion or something. Or I guess they're close, I guess. That would make sense. That didn't sound like him, not gonna lie. Oh my gosh, you said the thing. You said the thing. That's the name of the episode. That's not the real Heter. I think that's his name. I honestly don't remember the main cast. Well, quote unquote main cast. I know Himo, Heter, and I don't remember the other guy's name. Yup. Like I said, she's still human. Oh. Okay, never mind. Oh, I was about to say, what? Why did you say anything? Whoa, that's what the Iron looks like, or Ironham. It's kind of cool, not gonna lie. It's like a banshee in a way, or not. Maybe not really necessarily like a banshee, just like a vengeful spirit or something. So were the victims already dead at that point? So, okay. Oh, that sucks. The kidnappees. Was that what you called that? The kidnappees? Or I guess the kidnapped already dead. That's an interesting take. I didn't know that. Is that like a thing dragons do? A dragon is magical, so I would assume nothing would be able to damage it much. Yeah. If even Frieren's saying let's run, you gotta run. quite the cute animation there when she was running away. How are they gonna beat the dragon if magic doesn't really work on it that much? Stark? I heard that name before. Obviously, you know, I can't get away from, you know, anime clips. I'm assuming Stark is the guy of the polearm / axe weapon, right? My first interaction with Stark. That's a scar? I thought that was like part of your how the shadows were shaded. Kind of weird, you know? Having a scar like that. Yeah. Obviously, though, I know you end up joining. I just don't know how you joined. Who's his voice actor? I've heard it before. I don't think I've heard his voice actor do anything like that before, though. So they're going to that trope where he has a serious looking face, but deep down he's just scared. He's just straight up scared. Okay, alright. Obviously there's going to be a dynamic between Stark and Vern. That's a given. Oh yeah, why is that there? Unless that's just a matter of perspective. It doesn't seem like it goes anywhere. It doesn't really look natural either. Like, why are the edges so, like, sharp? Like 90-degree angle sharp. I forgot, like, there's just dumb looking faces in the show. That's good. Anything else would probably be very questionable. See, I knew that wasn't there for no reason. Like, why would that be there? But how long has he been doing this for it to just be not that far into the mountain? I forgot about this outro. We didn't get a lot of action in, but, you know, it's something. I have this muffin on my table, or desk, I guess. I didn't end up eating it at all throughout the video. Interesting, though. It's really interesting. The introduction to Stark. It came off very seriously. Like, I thought that was going to be him. Turns out he's just a coward. Not a coward, but like, he's just a little scaredy cat. But I feel like it's pretty normal, right? At least when you're fighting a threat. Something tells me he's gonna be able to do it. I don't know. Because, like, obviously, since he was taught by one of the greatest, I feel like he's gonna be one of the greatest. And then I feel like they're gonna go with that trope where, like, oh, I can't gauge my power pretty well. That's just a trope they go along with these days. Probably like, I don't know, maybe not one shot necessarily, because, like, you know, he's probably his like fight or flight instincts would probably kick in, and then like he's just scared, he'll run away throughout like a majority of the fight probably. I don't know. Oh yeah, that was the introduction to Stark and the introduction to this monster that I got one tapped. The Eisenham or Eisensam. I forgot even what it's called. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, that was episode 5. Catch you guys on the next episode. What up? It's your boy. Big up reactions here. My bad. This is a direct continuation of the last one, but I guess I'll just do a little recap anyway. So basically, we had an introduction to Stark. I don't know if there's like any other specific way how to say it. I remember trying to say the strongest mage in the world. You know, the girl with the orange hair that we've seen a bit in the last episode. Yeah, I remember her name being a bit different than how it's actually shown on the subtitles. How you should say it. So I don't know if there's a specific way on how to say Stark. I'm gonna just keep calling him Stark until I hear something different. I don't know. Yeah, and then we also had a little bit of a world building thing where there was a monster that was kidnapping humans, obviously. And then just fed on the humans and by tricking them into thinking, oh, their loved ones appear as ghosts. You can obviously tell what happened from there. They get lured in and then they get eaten alive by this monster called Eisensam, I don't know. Yeah, that was in a recap. Let's get right into episode 6. Wow, is it right? Like right after. Okay. Oh, okay. That is true. You didn't do anything. But hey man, you're the only one that stood up to the dragon, even though you were scared the fuck out of your wits. I don't know where I was going with that, but hey man, you still defended the village, kind of. That's the thought that counts. He hit you? Oh. I'm sure he loved you, man. It's just he doesn't really know how to express it. I feel like that guy, Heter, is just... No, not Heter. Oh, I remember his name. It was Eisen. I'm sure he liked you. He just doesn't know how to express it. I feel like he's the type of guy that just doesn't know how to express himself pretty well. Yes. This is really good relatability. Exactly. You stepped up when no one would step up to the stage. I don't know if that was the right wording, but you get what I mean. Like I see the setup they're going with. Stark's definitely gonna kill the dragon on his own, only because they told that story. You're not gonna die. Like, why would they tell that story if you were just gonna be thrown away like that? You're not gonna die. I know you're not gonna die because of spoilers. Them stupid anime clips, bro. Can't stay away from them. This is one thing I've never seen yet before out of anime clips, which is surprising, because like this is one of Stark's first moments. You'd think they want to show that in anime clips on the internet, but I guess not. I just realized that was one unique and crazy looking monster. Man, we don't face anything like that anymore. Is something gonna happen? The animation kind of picked up because the way he just was like the wind's moving in his hair. Yeah, something's gonna happen. That was like a Levi dodge right there. Oh, you were scared. You were scared of him. Oh, so was he stronger than you, or did you sense that he was strong? Like you sensed the strength, the overwhelming strength Stark had. What do you do about that? Okay, the dragon just didn't do anything. The hag.
師匠はお前のせいで勇者一行の冒険がくだらないものになったって言ってた。くだらなくてとても楽しい旅だったってよ。
It definitely did seem that way. The way, like, they keep showing their flashbacks. They definitely did have a lot of fun. What is he doing? Is that salt or is that sugar?
何
You mean by tiny, bro? What do you mean by that? And what do you mean by interesting body? Frieren. What do you mean by that? At the end of the episode? No, no. Still 28 years after? How long are they gonna keep showing that? Because I remember it passing by whenever Fern, like when she grew up, on episode 2 or 3, I think. It really just really likes magic, which makes sense because her, I don't know if this was like her actually favorite spell, but her favorite spell was like to create a field of flowers back in like episode 2 or 3. Yeah, that's how I feel like with most things. Like, well, I remember this being so big, so cool, so amazing, and then when you grow up, you kind of just realize, oh, that's not what I made it seem like back in the day. The relatability is so there. She finally has someone to talk to. I don't think Stark realizes that though. Can she fly over the walls? I've seen a screenshot or like a slight clip, like an anime edit of Frieren actually flying, but can Fern actually fly too? I don't remember if she can, or if it was shown earlier on in the series. Yeah, you're pretty good at bluffing, you know. You do got quite the aura. You look scary, but you're scaredy cat at heart though. Wow, you are so short. I feel like Aizen is just like Yoda in a way. Like the reason why they're like great, the greatest of all time is because of their size. Size differences really do make a difference. Like because Yoda was able to move crazy. He was able to do things most Jedi couldn't do. That's what made Yoda like one of the greatest of all time. And then like I feel like Aizen is kind of like that too. Like he wouldn't move like most warriors would do. That's why he's probably considered one of the greatest of all time. When are we gonna get a Frieren POV? Oh, there you go. What was that? What do you mean by that? I feel like I don't know. How does Frieren feel about this? Yeah, I didn't think it'd help either because no one really like remembers that the Age of Heroes, or I guess that's what I would like to call it. I don't know. Like no one recognized the statue of Himo back in the earlier episodes, so yeah, understandable how you would think that, Frieren. That was it, bro. I get. No, I hear that Frieren is such a very slow anime at the start, but damn, that was it. No, that whole episode was just Stark backstory or flashbacks, which I understand. You know, they're trying to get more into the Stark story, at least for a bit, because that's how it was with Fern, and then with Frieren for a bit. First 4 episodes, and now I think they're gonna do what they're doing with. I think they're gonna do that with Stark. At least for another episode ish. Maybe next episode it'll be more Stark again. And after that, probably not enough, not any more Stark. Just straight up main story. Definitely, I wouldn't say it wasn't a very interesting episode, but it kind of, you know, it wasn't really all there. Although it was very necessary because it was a backstory, you know, just a bit of a flashback, you know, here and there, and then how like Fern actually has someone to talk to now, other than Frieren, to express some of these feelings, you know. And it's also kind of fitting because, you know, they're both human, and although Fern runs into humans a lot here and there for each town, this is the first time ever that Fern's ever actually had to like a long-term relationship with. That's probably not how you use that word, the long-term relationship. But yeah, but you get what I mean. She actually has someone to talk to other than Frieren, who is of her age, you know, same age. You know, it's good. It's good to talk to someone of the same age range. You know, same interests. You know, same hobbies maybe. Yeah, they finally have something to talk to or to talk about. I guess that was nice. That was a pretty good, I guess, reminder. A bit of more of a relatability moment right there. I feel like this whole show is just relatability at this point. I don't know. There's so many things you can relate to. Maybe not in the exact same way, but like in a slight different variation of some of these moments that are told in the show. I don't know. Is that the entire show? And when does it not get like that? I'm not saying like I'm not disliking it. I'm disliking it, but sometimes it just hits a bit too much at home, you know. But yeah, that episode, it was all right. I remember ranking episodes on my old channel. I'm probably not gonna do that here. I don't know, because I'm just ranking episodes over other episodes. I don't know. I feel like that just gets too much over time. But if I were to give it a ranking, this is like a 7 out of 8, maybe a 6. No, a 7 out of 10, maybe a 6 out of 10. I don't know. This episode wasn't all there, but it was pretty necessary, you know, to take a break from a little bit of action that just happened, and then a little bit of backstory, flashbacks. I don't know how many times I gotta mention that, but yeah, for Stark. Yeah, other than that though, that was episode 6, right? Episode 6. If you enjoyed today's video, leave a like, and if you're around here, want to see more Frieren videos or episodes like this, subscribe and stay tuned. And if you got any anime series, movies, TV series, recommendations, let me know in the comments down below. And yeah, peace.